I don't know what time it was when my car died, only that the darkness felt thicker than it should have. The kind of night where the sky looks bruised, the moon strangled behind unmoving clouds. I was alone, driving a road I didn't recognize, miles from anything familiar, when the engine coughed like something choking. Then everything went black. The headlights, the dashboard, the world. I stared at my reflection in the windshield, barely visible in the faint ambient glow. My face looked wrong, stretched, almost trembling. I blinked, and it was normal again. I stepped out of the car. The air was unnaturally cold, like stepping into a walk-in freezer. The trees on each side of the road leaned inward, branches bent as if they were listening, watching. I opened the hood and tried to pretend I knew what I was doing. I didn't. My fingers were shaking. The night felt alive. Then a voice whispered from behind me.
Having trouble?
I turned slowly. A man stood a few feet away. I hadn't heard footsteps, hadn't seen lights, hadn't sensed anyone approaching. Yet here he was, thin, impossibly tall, wearing a long coat that moved even though there was no wind. His eyes reflected nothing. No moon, no starlight, no humanity. My car just died, I managed. He smiled, but his lips didn't move the way a human's should. The skin tugged strangely, like it was trying to force the expression.
Let me help you. I always come when called.
I didn't call anyone. His smile widened just a bit too far.
Everyone calls.
I felt a sick twist in my stomach, but I stepped back, letting him look at the engine. My breath fogged like winter. He reached into the engine, not with effort, not checking parts, but like he already knew what was wrong. And then, impossibly, the engine roared back to life. I jumped. He looked at me with those empty eyes.
There, you're safe now.
Something in his tone told me the word meant the opposite. Then he leaned in slightly.
But every service
His head tilted unnaturally.
comes with a cost.
Before I could speak, he vanished. Not walked away, not stepped back, just gone. I didn't think. I ran to my car, slammed the door, and sped off. I kept checking the rearview mirror. At first, it reflected only the empty road. Then it reflected the man, standing in the middle of the lane, watching me, his head tilted, his grin widening as the distance grew. I looked away for half a second. When I looked back, he was gone. I didn't remember getting home. My memories of the drive blurred and smeared like paint left in the rain. The next morning, sunlight was spilling through my window when I woke, my heart pounding before I'd even opened my eyes. I sat up trying to shake off the night. When I finally made myself walk into the bathroom, I splashed cold water on my face and looked up at the mirror. The man was standing behind me, not a reflection glitch, not a trick of light. Close enough I should have felt breath on my neck if he breathed at all. His voice slid across my mind, cold and slick and wrong.
Morning. Hope you slept well.
I spun around, nothing, only the empty bathroom. But the mirror still held the faint outline of him, slowly fading like fog on glass. Shaking, I forced myself out to the driveway, telling myself it was a nightmare, a hallucination, stress, anything but real. My car sat where I left it, normal, quiet. But when I walked closer, my stomach turned to ice. The entire side of the car was slashed, deep, jagged cuts carved into the metal, as if by a blade dragged with deliberate pressure. The words were unmistakable.
Service comes with a cost.
And underneath it, smaller, almost carved with trembling excitement.
I'll collect soon.
A cold wind pressed against my back, though the air around me was still, and from the corner of my eye, I saw him, standing at the tree line, smiling that same too wide smile. Wait,